The Little Princess and the Ice Cream Mountain Explosion. Chapter 1. A Sweet Discovery. Once upon a time, in a kingdom where the rivers sparkled like lemonade and the flowers smelled like marshmallows, there lived a little princess named Lila. Princess Lila was not like other princesses you may have read about. She didn't spend her days in ballrooms or wear heavy crowns. She loved running barefoot across the grass, catching fireflies at night, and building towers out of cookies in the palace kitchen. But most of all, Lila loved ice cream. Not just a little. She really, really loved ice cream. Chocolate chip, strawberry swirl, bubblegum, rainbow sherbet. Lila thought ice cream was the happiest food in the world. Her royal garden even had a tiny ice cream parlor, built just for her by the king and queen. Inside, there were colorful scoops stacked higher than her head. Every evening, after brushing her teeth, yes, even princesses must brush their teeth, she'd sneak into the parlor for just one more bite. One sunny afternoon, while playing hide-and-seek with her pet dragon Sparkle, a very gentle dragon who sneezed glitter instead of fire, Lila found something strange near the edge of the royal woods. It looked like a shiny silver spoon sticking out of the ground. Curious, she tugged at it. Suddenly, the ground shook, and the spoon revealed a secret staircase spiraling down into darkness.
"Sparkle, look! A secret passage!"
she whispered. Sparkle wagged his tail, scattering glitter everywhere. Together, they tiptoed down the steps. At the bottom, they discovered something marvelous. A hidden valley, cold and shimmering, filled with mountains not of stone, not of snow, but of ice cream. There was a chocolate fudge peak, a strawberry swirl hill, a pistachio cliff, and in the center, the tallest mountain of all. The Great Ice Cream Mountain, its peaks sparkling with rainbow sprinkles. Lila's eyes grew wide.
"Oh, my sprinkles! Sparkle, do you see this?"
The dragon chirped happily. This was the sweetest discovery in the entire kingdom. Chapter 2. The Temptation of the Scoops. For days, Lila and Sparkle visited the secret valley. They tasted little scoops here and there, just enough to enjoy, never enough to harm the mountain. But soon, word spread. The royal baker followed Sparkle's glitter trail and stumbled into the valley. Then the palace gardener, then the captain of the guard, and finally, half the village. Everyone was amazed. Children rolled down ice cream hills like snowy slopes, bakers filled buckets with creamy scoops, and even the cows licked at the melted rivers of vanilla. It was like a dream come true. But as more people came, they grew greedier.
"Why stop at one scoop when I can take a whole cart?"
said the baker.
"Why stop at a cart when I can fill my wheelbarrow?"
said the gardener. Soon, villagers were digging, scooping, and carving huge chunks out of the mountains. Princess Lila watched nervously. The once sparkling mountains looked thinner and weaker. Cracks appeared in the creamy cliffs. The rivers of melted ice cream rushed faster and faster.
"Help, please! If we take too much, the mountains might—"
Lila begged. But no one listened. The people were too busy stuffing their pockets and bellies. Sparkle sneezed worried glitter. He could feel something rumbling deep beneath the mountains. Chapter 3. The Big Boom. It happened on a Saturday morning. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and the villagers were happily spooning giant scoops of rocky road into their bowls. Then the ground trembled. Rumble, rumble. Chocolate fudge peak split in half. Strawberry swirl hill wobbled like jelly. Pistachio cliff cracked down the middle. And then, boom! The Great Ice Cream Mountain exploded. A fountain of vanilla blasted into the sky, raining sprinkles across the kingdom. Chocolate lava oozed down the hills. Strawberry rivers gushed into the meadows, and cookie chunks the size of carriages tumbled everywhere. The villagers screamed and ran. Children laughed and cried at the same time. Sparkle hid behind Lila, glitter sneezes flying wildly. It was a complete, sticky disaster. The palace garden drowned in caramel. The village square was buried under whipped cream. The royal laundry hung dripping with melted blueberry swirl. Even the king's golden crown was knocked off his head by a flying cherry. The kingdom of Sweetvale, once neat and tidy, was now one giant melting sundae. Chapter 4. The Sticky Problem. That night, Princess Lila sat in her room, hugging Sparkle tightly.
It's my fault I found the mountain. I let everyone take too much.
Sparkle licked her cheek gently, leaving a trail of glitter. Outside the castle, villagers were grumpy. Their shoes stuck in gooey puddles, their roofs dripped with fudge, and bees buzzed everywhere, attracted to the sugary mess.
This is terrible,
cried the baker.
My cabbages are drowning in caramel,
shouted the gardener.
The streets are too sticky for my horses,
complained the captain of the guard. The king and queen looked at Lila with gentle but serious eyes.
My dear, sometimes wonderful things can cause trouble if we are not careful,
said the queen.
We must find a way to clean our kingdom before it becomes the land of ants,
added the king. Lila gulped. She didn't want her home to be known as Ant Kingdom. She knew what she had to do. Chapter 5. Princess Lila's Plan. The next morning, Lila climbed to the top of the palace tower and rang the silver bell that called the villagers together.
My friends!
She shouted, her voice echoing across the sticky fields.
I know the ice cream mountain was magical and delicious, but we were greedy. And now look, our kingdom is a giant Sunday mess. We must work together to clean it up.
The villagers groaned. It's too sticky. It's too much work. I'm too full to move. But Lila raised her chin.
If we all help, we can turn this disaster into something wonderful. Instead of wasting the ice cream, let's share it. Let's have the biggest ice cream festival the world has ever seen.
The crowd gasped. An ice cream festival? With parades of cones? With rivers of toppings? With mountains of sundaes to share with travelers from every kingdom? The villagers cheered. Suddenly, they weren't grumpy anymore. Lila smiled. She had found the answer. Chapter 6. The Great Ice Cream Festival. For weeks, everyone worked together. The baker built giant freezers out of crystal ice to store the rescued scoops. The gardener planted candy cane fences to guide the rivers of melted strawberry into neat pools. Sparkle the dragon blew cool, glittery wind to keep everything fresh. Soon, the mess became a masterpiece. When the festival began, visitors arrived from every corner of the world. Knights from the north rode in on licorice horses. Mermaids from the Silver Sea slid into caramel pools. Even the cloud giants came floating down, eager for a taste. There were ice cream floats shaped like castles, a sundae eating contest, won by Sparkle, of course, and a rainbow sprinkle fireworks show at night. Princess Lila stood proudly at the center, holding a golden scoop.
This is a reminder that sharing is sweeter than keeping everything for ourselves.
The villagers cheered. They had learned their lesson not to take too much, and to always think about tomorrow, not just today. Chapter 7. A New Beginning. After the festival, the Great Ice Cream Mountain never grew back. But that was okay. The valley became a meadow where flowers of every color bloomed, as if thanking the kingdom for learning to care. Sometimes, small ice cream hills would pop up little gifts of sweetness for anyone who discovered them. And whenever they did, the villagers made sure to enjoy them together. Never too much, never too fast. Princess Lila still loved ice cream, of course, but she loved something even more, the joy of sharing with others. Sparkle, meanwhile, was just happy the kingdom no longer stuck to his glittery tail. And so, the kingdom of Sweetvale lived happily, stickily, and sweetly ever after.